Good afternoon, friends. I request everybody who are having high tea at the back, please grab your seats so that we can start the event. Good evening, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this press conference. As we announce the Bandhan Bank's second quarter financial results, we hope each one of you had a good, well-deserved festive season. Firstly, apologies for the delay. Due to some last-minute thing, we couldn't start on time, so apologies for that. We have the senior management with us. We have the top leadership with us, and we will be announcing our second quarter results. So without taking much time, we'll be distributing the press release in next 30 seconds, and then we will be starting the press conference. I request Gaurav to distribute the press releases. So in the meanwhile, we can, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ritesh. Good evening, everyone. Sorry and apologize for the delay. Thank you for joining us today. On behalf of Bandhan Bank, I would like to extend a very welcome to all participants on our earnings call for the second quarter of financial year 26. I hope you and your families had a wonderful and fulfilling Diwali. I wish you continued good health and happiness in the festive season ahead. The quarter's performance reflects a transitional phase for the bank as we continue to realign our portfolio and operating model in response to the changing interest rate environment. The recent 75 basis point repo cut in Q1, which we proactively passed on to our customers during Q2, had a short-term impact on the margins. However, this is part of the adjustment process that will position us well for sustainable growth ahead. As the repricing of deposits takes place over the next few quarters, we expect to see the full benefit of lower funding costs, which will help improve margins and support profitability going forward. Before delving into the quarter's performance, let me begin with a few initiatives we undertook during the quarter to improvise our products and services with innovative solutions and to better serve our customers. We continue to focus on strengthening our granular liability franchise through innovative and targeted offerings. We successfully launched the Grow CASA Grow Together campaign, an exclusive CASA drive aimed at promoting current and savings account growth across segments. This initiative is gaining traction and is already yielding encouraging results. This reinforces our commitment to building strong, long-term relationships with our customers. We further placed emphasis on sourcing new corporate salary accounts by leveraging our revamped salary product offerings. This initiative allows us to provide a more seamless and rewarding banking experience to employees of partner companies while expanding our CASA base in a sustainable manner. The bank introduced specialized products for HNI individuals, including the Elite, Elite Plus, and Legacy savings accounts, designed to meet the unique needs of our HNI customers. These offerings not only enhance our value proposition, but also deepen relationships with this key customer segment. Through these focused initiatives, we are confident of driving CASA growth, enhancing customer engagement, and delivering long-term value for all stakeholders. I now move to the performance of Bandhan Bank for Q2 financial year 26 and the first half of financial year 26. I would like to candidly acknowledge that our Q2 financial year 26 performance were somewhat below than our internal expectations and the estimates. However, the underlying trends and structural improvements gives us confidence for an improving second half. There are a few factors that contributed to the softer Q2 financial year 26 performance outcome. Firstly, the 75 basis point repo cut, which impacted a major part of our advances, and the 200 basis points reduction in MCLR that has affected almost 50% of our books. With this moderated interest income growth in the quarter, we have partly offset this impact through reducing cost of savings accounts. However, larger benefits from lower cost of fixed deposits will come through mainly from Q4 onwards. Growth in our EEB portfolio remains subdued as the full impact of the industry level guardrails is taking longer time to materialize than anticipated. And while these factors moderated near-term performances, we remain confident in the bank's underlying strength. The initiatives we have undertaken, including enhanced collections, strengthened risk management, and disciplined growth strategies, are already in motion. We expected these measures to translate into improved growth and profitability in the upcoming quarters. On a positive note, there are several encouraging developments this quarter. Firstly, growth in our non-EEB book remained strong, reflecting the resilience and diversification of our loan portfolio. At the same time, the share of secured assets continues to rise, which strengthens the overall quality of our advances. We are also seeing renewed momentum in CASA, which is a testament to our focused efforts in building a strong and stable deposit base. In parallel, our reliance on bulk deposits continues to decline, supporting a more granular and sustainable funding profile. From an operational perspective, our OPEX to asset ratio improved quarter to quarter, highlighting disciplined cost management. Importantly, in the EB segment, SMA1 and SMA2 balances have declined sequentially, signaling early signs of improvement in asset quality that we expect to see reflected in the coming quarters. Finally, the bank's capital and liquidity position remains robust, providing a strong foundation to support future growth and strategic initiatives. Taken together, these developments give us confidence in the resilience, efficiency, and long-term growth potential of Bandhan Bank. Now, I would like to highlight a few key developments and performance indicators from the second quarter of financial year 26. As on September 30, 2025, our gross advances stood at 1.4 lakh crore rupees, reflecting a YOY growth of 7%. On the liability sides, total deposits reached 1.58 lakh crores rupees, growing by a healthy 11% YOY and importantly outpacing the growth in advances. This clearly reflects our strategic emphasis on maintaining a healthy balance sheet that supports sustainable growth. Our retail term deposits continued to show strong momentum, growing by 38% YOY. Our CASA deposits now account for 28% of the total deposit base, and the overall share of retail deposits, including CASA and retail deposits, improved to 71% compared to 68% in the previous quarter. This demonstrates a strong improvement in the granularity and stability of our deposit base, aligning well with our focus on building a sustainable and customer-driven franchise. We continue to execute our diversification strategy with steady progress. During the quarter, our secured book recorded a growth of 25%, resulting in an improvement in secured portfolio mix to 55% compared to 47% a year ago. Our NIM for Q2 financial year 26 stood at 5.8%, reflecting some pressure mainly due to the impact of the repo rate moderation. That said, margins continue to remain at healthy level for half year financial year 26 with the NIM at 6.1%. Credit costs saw a small improvement sequentially. Gross and net NPA ratios remain stable quarter on quarter at 5% and 1.4% respectively, while our PCR, including technical write-off, improved slightly to 87.6%. For quarter 2 financial year 26, our net income stood at 3,135 crore, while operating profit was 1,310 crore. The bank reported a PAT of 112 crore for the quarter. Our capital position remains strong, including quarter 2 financial year 26. The capital adequacy ratio stands at 18.6%. As the microfinance environment moves towards stability, we remain confident in our ability to leverage the emerging opportunities ahead. Our focus will firmly remain on prudent risk management, disciplined execution, and identifying new avenues of growth, while continuously enhancing operational efficiency to drive sustained performance. Before I conclude, I would like to reiterate that over the last year, we have articulated the Bandhan 2 strategy and have taken measures to achieve the same. We have taken steps to transition from a microfinance-focused bank to a full-service commercial bank. The focus of our transformation initiatives has centered around a seamless integrated customer journey and a broad-based presence in various banking segments driven by technology and cost efficiencies. Risk, compliance, and governance are the pillars on which we are moving ahead. These measures are being taken to achieve long-term value creation for our shareholders. I am confident that in the long run, we will achieve balanced, profitable growth with a focus on enhancing shareholder value. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We will now move on to question and answer session. I request anybody who has a question can raise their hand. We will have the mic to you. You can introduce yourself for the benefit of the larger audience, and then we can have the question by you. So if anybody has a question, we can please raise the hand. The mic will come to you, sir. So we'll get the mic to you, sir. Yeah, there is a mic.
Your plan, you announced the plan earlier that your plan is to reduce the microfinance portfolio gradually. So how much it has been reduced in the last quarter, and does it impact your income and profitability?
So let me tell you very candidly that we have said that we will grow in this microfinance segment, but our growth in the secured segment or non-microfinance segment will be much, much more. So that is our strategy, the plan. However, because of the, as you all know, that the scenario, the industrial scenario in the microfinance in this particular segment, we have degrown this quarter by around 13%. So it is by 13% we have degrown for that year. And while in the non-microfinance or the non-EEB portfolio, we have grown by 25%. So strategically, definitely, we are on the line, and we will during this transition phase, there will be an impact on the profitability. That was your next question for that year, because microfinance, definitely the yield was much more. But there are some issues also which still need to be addressed and still need to be stabilized. So we are finding this segment moving towards the stability with a reduction in NPS. We are hopeful that maybe in the coming 2 quarters, we can make a good amount of income from this segment.
I think just to supplement what MD sir mentioned, the emerging entrepreneur business, right, which is the group loan plus SBAL, which we call as microfinance, that degrew by 12.7% on a year-on-year basis, right? So that is what the yearly trend is. The non-EEB, which is other than EEB business, grew by almost 24%. So that continues to grow well, which is largely secured business, and that has been growing very, very well. The EEB is still having an industry sort of risk factors, and therefore the decline is coming through. But the share is what we had said that we will decline. We still want to grow it moderately. So we'll be looking in the next few quarters in terms of bringing the growth back in a moderate way on the EB.
So one thing, just let me make it very clear. I think let us not be misinterpreted. So we have never said that we will stop doing microfinance or we will not be in this segment. What we have said is that we will grow in the secured segment at a much faster rate than microfinance. That is our aim, our motto.
Yes, sir. Do we have any more questions?
Sir, do you have any planning to introduce credit card facilities, credit card services?
Yes.
And another question I have, one of the issue is that Bandhan Bank does not have any specialized savings account for senior citizens. So what is your repercussion in that, and any particular planning for the same?
So for the first one, we are going to introduce credit card. We are hopeful that probably during this financial year, we will be probably introducing the credit card. So that is in our plan. And for the senior citizens, I can say that we provide 1% extra interest in the fixed deposit segments. And for the senior citizen savings, of course, you have said that product-wise, probably we don't have. It is a suggestion what you have given. We will explore it. But let me tell you that the services that are provided to the senior citizens, especially in terms of interest rate, we continue to provide almost 100 basis point higher in the fixed deposits from which they earn, compared to many other banks who provide around 50 to 75 basis points. একদম।
বলছি নতুন অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে গেলে যে টার্মটা ওরা দিচ্ছে, হ্যালো, যে অ্যামাউন্টের কথা বলছে 10,000 প্রথমে অ্যাকাউন্ট সেভিংস অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে গেলে, এই বিষয়টা একটু জানতে চাইছি যে সাধারণ মানুষের পক্ষে 10,000 টাকা দিয়ে একটা অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে গেলে তাদের কাছে কি পসিবল হবে?
না, আমাদের তো নানান রকম অ্যাকাউন্ট আছে। আপনি যেটা বলছেন ওটা হয়তো একটা কমন অ্যাকাউন্ট করে দিয়ে আমাদের জিরো ব্যালেন্স অ্যাকাউন্ট থেকে শুরু হয়। इनफैक्ट माइक्रो सेगमेंट है, वी हैव कॉल्ड दैट अकाउंट की प्रोडक्ट का क्या नाम है? वी हैव गॉट ए संचय ना, एसबी संचय। তো আমাদের সেভিংস ব্যাংক সঞ্চয়, সেখানে কোনো মিনিমাম ব্যালেন্সেরও দরকার পড়ে না। তো এটা সবার জন্য নয়, আমাদের বিভিন্ন কাস্টমারের জন্য বিভিন্ন প্রোডাক্ট আছে।
কিন্তু আমি নিজে গেছিলাম তো বন্ধন ব্যাংক আমাদের বড়নগর বাজারের ইয়েতে ব্রাঞ্চে, তো ওখান থেকে এরকম কোনো গাইডলাইন্স আমাদের দেওয়া হলো না। বললো অ্যাকাউন্ট করতে গেলে 10,000 নিয়ে আসুন এবং আপনার পরিচয়পত্র নিয়ে আসুন। এই বিষয়টা কিন্তু একটু দেখবেন আর কি, যাতে
ঠিক আছে,
We'll sort that out, sir. We'll help you, sir.
we'll take a note.
We will take a note, sir.
Your advance has gone up by what percentage? And you know that simultaneously you have cut down the deposit rate also. So due to cut down in the deposit rate has been affected or not?
No, so
Growth of deposit rate has
So
been
let me
affected.
tell you that this quarter we have grown our advances by almost 7,000 crores, despite the repo cut. That is the first part of it. And in the as for the deposits also, there is a good amount of deposits growth. As I've told that this year continuously from March we are growing it, and from March I think almost close to 7,000 crores of deposits has grown, and during the quarter also we have grown by 4,000 crores. But let me tell you, actually it is 9,000 crores because we have reduced bulk deposits by almost 4,000 crores. So it is almost 8,000 crores in the retail deposits we have grown. So nothing much, because people also understand that whenever the repo cut takes place, all banks do cut their interest rates because the advances rate come down.
Second quarter, your advance growth was
Sir,
7%.
we'll get the mic, sir.
What was the
YOY 7%, yes.
Why? What was the previous quarter, first quarter?
First quarter,
Comparison
what
to
was the
the-
advance growth? I think it was a
Quarter
degrowth.
on quarter was 4.8% growth, quarter on quarter, which means the last quarter we had 1,33,400 crores.
No, last quarter, what was the YOY growth?
The last quarter YY growth was, I think, 6.1%. 6%, 6.1 or 6%.
So 6 it has increased to
So
7.
6 has gone up to 7.1. Yeah.
We can get the mic there.
Hi, this is Shobhan from Statesman. My question is that we recently came to know about 5 Bandhan Bank employees got arrested for sharing the customer data with fraudsters, which caused many people to lose their money. My question is that what kind of steps are being taken to ensure your customer safety in future?
So let me tell you very candidly, who has asked this question? Just can you raise your hand? Okay, for the day. So we are probably the only bank who have voluntarily given the names of those persons to the police authority. In fact, the police has also acknowledged in their press statement for that year.
Yes.
There is zero tolerance in this area. These fraudsters are not only sitting in Bandhan Bank, such miscreants are sitting in many of the banks and many financial institutions. That's why the financial frauds are taking place. But we have a complete zero tolerance in this matter. So given what may, if we find out some people, some of our staff who is not acting as per the policy of the bank, who is helping the fraudsters, we suo moto take that staff and give the name to the police authority. And because of our support, because we have given all the data to the police has been able to find out the ultimate culprits. Because they are not the ultimate culprits, they are just the informers for that year. But through them, the police could reach the ultimate culprits, and many of them have been arrested. So it will always be our effort, in fact, our commitment to our customers, that we will keep your money safe. and we will not spare our own staff also if they act miscreantly in any of their deeds.
I think if we have one more question, we can take the last one question.
Microfinance, and in next 3 years' time, what is your target?
So, microfinance book has come to 37%. As of now, I am telling that all our EEB portfolio, the group and as well.
Yeah.
So it has come to 37%. At one point of time, it was almost 80% of the bank's book. So we are gradually making a transition. Probably we will be retaining, we have not yet come with a definite figure, but let me tell you that probably we will be retaining the same percentage or little bit below. So maybe going forward, say 30, 32, maybe there for that year. But again, we are saying that we are going to support this segment. This segment has got immense potential, but definitely we will, because we are the universal bank, we will put our assets in various sectors. So we will not only lend in microfinance as we have done in the past, we will lend in the various sectors.
Sir,
I think we'll take one last question if there is any.
sir,
Yeah.
as you mentioned that you are de-risking your portfolio by a degrowth in the microfinance segment. So Bandhan Bank is known for its inclusive banking, promoting banking to the grassroots people and below marginal people. So are you shifting your bank's positioning to a premium segment by doing that?
No. Let me make it very clear. Again, I have told you that let us not be misinterpreted. We are not leaving the microfinance segment. We are the leader in this segment till today and will continue to be the leader in future. But you have to understand that we are an universal bank. I have not got a small finance bank license. I have got a license of a universal bank. And for a universal bank, I have to look for all categories of depositors. So I have got small depositors. I have also got wealthy depositors, so all categories. And I have to put the assets or my assets in various sectors. So that what we are doing. We are doing a more secular best of lending in the different sectors rather than putting all my eggs in the same basket that is in the microfinance. If you look at the history of this bank also, during the time of Corona, the financials of this bank was very badly affected because most of the assets were in this microfinance sector. So we, as a universal bank, we need to be prudent. We have to look at the safety of the depositors' money, and so we will be doing a secular growth across all sectors, including microfinance.
Our growth trajectory will be different. We will be growing slower in microfinance, but we'll be growing faster in non-microfinance. But both the areas we are endeavoring to grow. That is our endeavor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. Thank you again, once again, for joining us.
Thank you.
I apologize once again for the delay, and I request everybody to join us for the high tea. Sir, I request if you can join us for the photograph.